In our last video, we hinted at a surprise destination with much cheaper prices. Well, the gig is up. It's time to reveal where we've been for the last 2 weeks and give you guys some answers to some frequently asked questions we've noticed on social media. Stay tuned. We are in Phuket, Thailand, and we found the process to get here pretty simple, but we've noticed a lot of confusion online about how to get here. So we decided to make this video to answer some questions about the certificate of entry process and the related paperwork. So the first step to get into Phuket that we did was to find some dates that you want to enter Thailand on, and to do that, we recommend using Skyscanner. You're going to want to find a date, so we're just going to put in your departure. We left from Philadelphia, so we're going to put PHL, and destination is going to be HKT for Phuket. Now, you don't know what your dates are yet, so Skyscanner has a really cool feature where you can search the whole month. Say you know you want to come sometime in August. We'll click in August here, and we'll do 2 travelers. And we want to do something called flexible tickets only, because there's a big chance that dates will change and you'll have to change your flight ticket, and if it's not a flexible ticket, you're going to be stuck with a problem. So we're going to click search flights, and we have some flights here that have really good prices. So right now I'm looking at August 25th, which is a Wednesday, and typically middle of the week has the best flight prices. And we're going to go for Wednesday on the 25th, and we want to do 2 weeks, so we're going to do to the 8th, and we're going to press find flights. Skyscanner is going to search through pretty much every single website available and give you the best deal on a round trip ticket, and right now it's showing us about $1,000 on Qatar Airways for each person. And it's only 1 stop in Doha, and that's how you can find something that will give you a flexible ticket, which is very important, and an affordable rate on a good airline too. Alright, now that we have a date in mind, let's go ahead and work on the next part, which is the medical insurance. It's one of the necessary things to do when you go to Thailand for Sandbox, to have medical insurance in case, in that small chance that you are tested positive for COVID and you have something to back you up. So what we did was we went to an insurance company that is local to Thailand called AXA. So I'm going to go ahead and type in that. I'm just going to type in AXA Thailand COVID insurance. Press enter, and we have it right on top. COVID insurance for Thailand's foreign visitors. It's going to be one of the first options. Go ahead and click. It's going to be a pretty straightforward process. And there are other options for insurance. I've heard of one called Safety Wing, although I was pretty sure Safety Wing was not giving COVID insurance, but they are a great option for every other kind of insurance. We went ahead and did Safety Wing because it was something that was guaranteed to give us what we needed to do. So we are going to do online insurance and insurance for Thailand visitors, and that's it. You will get a quote immediately on the spot, and for one person it is 4,320 baht, which is a little bit over $130. which is pretty good considering it covers COVID insurance, and if you're riding a motorbike, it will cover your motorbike insurance too in case you get in an accident. So 130 bucks, you're covered for a full month staying in Thailand, including if you wanted to stay in Thailand after your sandbox. Alright, now that you've got those things in order, let's go ahead and start the official process for the CoE. You're going to go to coethailand.mfa.go.th, and that's going to bring you to this page here. And you can press for non-Thai nationals and select the language that's relevant to you. This is going to give you also another step-by-step guide about how to do this, but we're just going to scroll down to the bottom. Acknowledge, and next. So once you get to this page, you're just going to go ahead and type in the country you're flying from, and this is the actual country you're flying from. If you are a citizen of another country but you are flying from a different one, you type in the country you're flying from. You put in the closest consulate to you or embassy. For us it was Washington DC, and you are going to put, for this part, medium-term visitor visa exemption. Now that is if you're coming from a country that allows visa on arrivals. If you're not, you're going to have to do your own tourist visa and do the whole process for that. And how do you want to enter Thailand? You're going to put in entering the sandbox program. And for us, we did Phuket Sandbox. If you're doing CoE Plus, go ahead and do that. It's going to give you a little window to acknowledge that, and register. So from here, you're going to have to start putting some information. Name of the agency's company. If you don't have an agency, you can just put NA and NA. Put in your personal information, name, position is the job, if you have a job. If you don't, you can also put NA. Type of passport, most of the time it's going to be an ordinary passport. Passport number, the date of travel, contact details. This is going to be your home address that you have in your home country, and your home phone number. Your current address, you can put NA if you don't have one, same with mobile number. Put a contact person, I put my mother. And you need to fill in your COVID vaccine information. So this is going to be your type of vaccine, and you're going to have to put the first date that you got it, and the name of your second one is probably going to be the same as the first one that you got, and the date. Now when you drag and drop files, you need to make sure that you press the little button. So if I go ahead and just put maybe a dummy file in here, I need to press this button in order for it to upload, and then I can continue to the next part. So they're also going to include a picture of your passport, your medical insurance, and then you're going to save it. This is going to take about a day or two to process depending on your embassy, and they're also going to process it based on the dates that you are planning to enter Thailand. Still, it should take about 1 to 2 business days for it to process, unless there's a holiday happening where they will not have the embassy open on that day. Give it about 2 to 3 days max. You will probably get an answer back from this first step in about 1 to 2 days. Once you get to your email saying you've been pre-approved, you're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that flight. You want to lock in that flight date that you want, and you're going to need that information once you pay for it to get your sandbox hotel. Once you're done getting the flight done, go to asq.in.th. Now I know a lot of people didn't want to use this website and they use other things like Expedia or other hotel booking websites, and while that's perfectly valid, we recommend going to this website if you're not too sure what you want to do, because it has all of the options and it has a very neat and clean way to view them. So once you're here, go to Phuket Sandbox, and you have all of the 438 hotels as of about August 1st. And you're going to go down to this yellow button, filter and sort, enter your price range, and the districts is a very good filter to use. And this is where we're going to recommend one that we personally love. The Doubletree Hilton in Patong Beach was a very good option. Obviously, Patong is a huge tourist hub, and there wasn't a lot of things open if you're used to what Patong used to be. It is still a great place to go. The beach is beautiful, the service is amazing, and the pool is amazing, and you can get a poolside room or a balcony room. Balcony room is a little bit cheaper. We got a balcony room, and we did not regret it a single bit. It's a great hotel, amazing room service, probably the best restaurant in all of Patong. So the room service food is to die for. If you want to do that, you're going to go to the region here and click on Patong and select any room features that you like. Of course, you gotta have a swimming pool, so we'll just do that one. So now that we've tapped the filters, right here is the DoubleTree by Hilton Phuket Banthai Resort. And you can view all the photos on the website. If we go down to here, you can start to request bookings for the rooms. We're gonna go in and request booking. Put the type, the price is right there. You're gonna press next, enter your full name, your passport country, your date of birth, email, and the date that you plan to arrive, and you press submit. It's as simple as that. You're going to press submit, and then it's going to send an email to the hotel as well as email to yourself saying that the request has been sent. And if you're in the States, they're probably going to send an email back to you in the middle of the night because of the time difference. Usually if you reply in the morning, they're still going to reply almost immediately afterward. And you can knock out this booking request in less than 24 hours if you're on top of the emails. If you don't get a chance to reply quickly, you can get it done within 48 hours. They are pretty quick about getting you booked up. It's pretty simple. You do have to send your credit card information through a website that they will give you a link to, and that is how the booking will be done. So now that you have all your paperwork compiled, you're going to submit that, and it's going to take some time for you to get your approval. Now do not worry, they are doing their due diligence and making sure that each certificate of entry is provided in the order of when you arrive in Thailand. So if you're not arriving for 2 months, you may not get your certificate of entry for a month and a half, and it's going to be pretty stressful if you don't know this. For some reason, say you don't get it a week before your flight, you can call your embassy, the one that you sent the CoE to, and they can pretty much expedite the process for you and get that CoE done. Now that you have all of that done, you're waiting for your CoE, you need to start scheduling your COVID test. This is going to be the first COVID test that you get before you come into Thailand. Once you get to Thailand, you have to take 3 more, but the first one is very important because you can't even get on the flight if it's not done and if it's not negative. About 5 days before your flight, you should schedule that test and make sure that the test results come in no more than 72 hours before your flight. If you can afford to, we would recommend trying to get a same-day test, maybe 3 days before your flight or 2 days before your flight. That way the coast is clear, you don't have to worry about anything. But I know that can cost some people money out of pocket. So if you want to do a free test, about 4 days before your flight, get the test done, and the test results should come back within 2 to 3 days. Once you have all the paperwork, you're going to go ahead and print it out. You need to have that paperwork on you and pretty much readily available once you arrive at the airport for your first flight, and once you leave for your second flight if it's multiple stop flight. Getting the COVID test for the first one in Thailand is going to happen in the airport. You're not going to be able to leave your hotel until the results come in. So that can take basically up to 12 hours. It's pretty much going to be your first night in the hotel is going to be in the hotel. You're not really going to be allowed to leave. So order room service, put some movies on, and just catch up on the sleep that you probably weren't able to get while you're on the plane. All the subsequent COVID tests are going to be given at a designated time that your hotel will tell you. Now, you can get a ride there or you can walk there if it's close enough, and we'll show you what it's like to get one of those COVID tests, but it's pretty straightforward. You go to the designated location, get your swab done, and pretty much walk away. Although you do need to bring your passports, which you do have to technically bring everywhere, so nothing different there. we hope that gives you guys some clarity on how to get to Thailand. We understand that it's a lot and it can seem imposing, but if you just take it step by step, one thing at a time, it's gonna be fine. It's pretty easy, to be honest. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned and subscribe for more content about being in Thailand. Trust me, it's worth it. So take the steps and get over here, because this place is amazing and it's only gonna be quiet for so long. Once everyone else figures out how to get here, it's gonna be bustling. Like, comment, subscribe, and definitely if you have any more questions, leave us a comment. We'll be happy to answer everything that you guys ask. So see you guys soon. Later.